Good evening, everyone, and welcome to News Channel 5. My name is Haley Turley. Tonight, our big story is corporate social responsibility. It is being talked about among businesses all around the world, and tonight we will cover what some very large, influential global companies are doing to hold their weight in society and make sure that they are being socially responsible. So what is corporate social responsibility? Investopedia defined it as a corporation's initiatives to assess and take responsibility for the company's effect on environmental and social well-being. The term generally applies to efforts that go above and beyond what may be required by regulators or environmental protection groups. Although not recently introduced and launched, the Statement on Fiduciary Duty and Climate Change Disclosures, also known as the Climate Statement, is making national headlines. It was first introduced and launched in 2014 at the UN Climate Change Summit in New York, with the recognition that climate change is significantly affecting global economic activities in various ways. It is gaining more and more power as the campaign is going around the world and collecting the signatures of multinational companies with a lot of money and power. The Climate Disclosure Standards Board describes a statement that was first introduced in September of 2014. The statement is a collective commitment by a leading group of companies and institutional investors to strengthen and align climate-related corporate reporting to the investment community through a common framework. It is also a call to action by them to other companies and investors to follow their example and scale the use of a leading practice framework, the Climate Change Reporting Framework, or other comparable framework. More fundamentally, it is the recognition that, because climate change is beginning to affect economic activity in various ways, it has become a relevant matter for consideration by fiduciaries, irrespective of how they feel its moral or societal implications. So, what do China Steel, Coca-Cola Enterprises, Nestle, Walmart, Cal STRS, and the ACCA all have in common? They have all signed the Statement on Fiduciary Duty and Climate Change Disclosure. The signatures are rising as just recently H&M, Ferrovial, and Netcare have joined the launching campaign and signed the statement. There has been extreme success for the campaign, both in terms of numbers, but also the caliber of organizations that have signed. The Paris Climate Summit, hosted last December, was a huge success as it presented the climate change and fiduciary duty together on the agenda. Jane Stevenson, the managing director of the Climate Disclosure Standards Board, said, "Paris was a clear demonstration of how seriously many global corporations now pay attention to the climate issue." Unfortunately, some countries are very underrepresented on the climate statement. For instance, the United States and Australia are ones that have yet to catch up with other countries' representation on signing the statement. However, this statement, which is gaining popularity on a global scale, has begun to give many corporations a chance to join in for their share of being socially responsible. The senior project officer, Michael Zimane, stated, "Over the years, it became increasingly understood that governments alone cannot achieve necessary reductions in emissions, and that the businesses need to be brought into the discussion and be made part of the solution." Overall, this is happening as the corporate sector is now stepping up and joining in to contribute to reducing the effects of climate change. They are making it the corporate social responsibility mission, and this new campaign for the statement has given them the opportunity to join in. That is our story on corporate social responsibility. Thank you for joining News Channel 5.